Hey everyone, this is Huevo Frito and
NewYorrican 354.
And you are tuned in to Latin Mondays with
DJ WonderRican
on Triple Threat FM Radio.
Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a
Me gusta ver tu carita linda, me gusta verte reír. Quiero saber descifrar tu enigma, lo que no entiendo de ti. No seas tan dura contigo misma, tú también debes vivir. Juntos la vida sería distinta, tú solo dime que sí. Yo quiero verte un lunes o martes, jueves o viernes pa' poder amarte. Voy a enseñarte que yo te quiero, ¿verdad? Dame un día cualquiera, dame una oportunidad para encontrar el momento, perderme en el tiempo, beber de tu boca, comer de tu cuerpo. Voy a matar el sufrimiento que llevas por dentro y que no te libera, mami. Si tú me das tu cariño, te juro lo cuido, cultivo tu corazón. Seré como un campesino con pala, rastrillo, cosecho la flor de amor, solito los dos. Si estoy contigo todo es mejor, me quito el pantalón, pa' que tu cuerpo sientas mi calor. Yo quiero verte un lunes o martes, jueves o viernes pa' poder amarte. Voy a enseñarte que yo te quiero, ¿verdad? Dame un día cualquiera, dame una oportunidad para encontrar el momento, perderme en el tiempo, beber de tu boca, comer de tu cuerpo. Voy a matar el sufrimiento que llevas por dentro y que no te libera, mami. Serán tus ojos, serán tus labios rojos, me tienen como loco, pensando solo en ti, con mi corazón roto, como en un terremoto, buscando entre tus fotos para sobrevivir. Ven a mí, ven aquí, vamos nena, ven a mí, si tienes mucho problema tú lo puedes compartir. Dame 1000 de esos besos, nunca son exceso, tú tienes un cuerpito de esos. Yo quiero verte un lunes o martes, jueves o viernes pa' poder amarte. Voy a enseñarte que yo te quiero, ¿verdad? Dame un día cualquiera, dame una oportunidad para encontrar el momento, perderme en el tiempo, beber de tu boca, comer de tu cuerpo. Voy a matar el sufrimiento que llevas por dentro y que no te libera, mami. Me gusta la forma como usa la blusa, tú rompes la norma pero nunca abusa. Tú eres mi musa, mi inspiración, solo abre un poquito de tu corazón. Ya no tengas temor, mi amor, yo te libero. Te llevo en isla tropical en un crucero. Yo te voy a cuidar, te voy a dar mi amor sincero, pa' que tú veas que te quiero. Yo quiero verte un lunes o martes, jueves o viernes pa' poder amarte. Voy a enseñarte que yo te quiero, ¿verdad? Dame un día cualquiera, dame una oportunidad para encontrar el momento, perderme en el tiempo, beber de tu boca, comer de tu cuerpo. Voy a matar el sufrimiento que llevas por dentro y que no te libera, mami. That's it. Dura Music, LA, Los Ángeles.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Latin Mondays with your boy DJ WonderRican. You already know what time it is. We start the week off right, and I got a couple new songs that I'll be playing this week tonight. As a matter of fact, we got Karen Way, but you're gonna play her next. That we're playing next, her new song Elohim, and then a brand new one from Carla de Puerto Rico. I'm telling you, I heard it, I previewed it. It is awesome. It's going to be dope. You guys are going to enjoy it. Let's keep it rocking. Here's Karen Way with Elohim.
Vamos. Y ahora que estamos en la verdad, mientras predicaban me dijeron que mi Padre el Eterno era solo un asesino, un Dios despiadado y lleno de maldad, que solo quería a los humanos destruirnos, pero no dijeron que está escrito ya, que no robarás ni matarás, pues su camino trata del amor y espiritualidad. piensan lo contrario porque no lo han conocido. Después que le crucificaron, todavía lo culpan por la sangre que es culpa de la Santa Inquisición. Los asesinatos y guerras injustas que han hecho los hombres en el nombre de mi Dios. Olvidando su gran amor, y en la gran prisión Babilón se arrodillan todos ante dioses de cartón. Oh, os digo, todos serán destruidos. Padre solo uno, eterno Elohim, y quien contra mí si Dios es conmigo. Si Dios es conmigo.
Brand new from Keden Kamenway Elohim. You guys are tuned in to the dopest internet radio station here on Triple Threat FM radio with your boy DJ WonderRican. We are ready to debut brand new single from Cala de Puerto Rico. You guys are gonna love it, and I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, you're gonna want to purchase it because it's a must. It's a must, and you'll love it. Check it out.
This is your girl, Carla de Puerto Rico. Start the week off extra spicy with Latin Mondays on Triple Threat FM radio with DJ WonderRican. Huepa.
Esas rimas son para ti. Tus ideas y las mías se mezclan también como azúcar, café. Qué suerte la mía. Escuchar esa nota que inspira mi boca a cantar melodía. Aunque sea para nosotros, suena tan hermoso crear fantasía. Eso es vida, eso es vida. Quiero invitarte a volar. Otro mundo, vámonos, este es el lugar. Con la música que estamos creando, nuestra estrella siempre estará brillando. Asonante rimar, sorprendente cuando estoy en tarima. Que me digas todo lo que está pasando. Viajamos a otro mundo conectando. Tus ideas y las mías se mezclan también como azúcar, café. Qué suerte la mía de escuchar esa nota que inspira mi boca a cantar melodía. Aunque sea para nosotros, suena tan hermoso crear fantasía. Esto es vida, esto es vida. En un momento la magia se hace sentir. Eso no queda escribir. Lo que siento, dejando todo fluir. Yo confío en ti. Son las 4 de la mañana, pero este beat no te deja con ganas. Envíalo a todos los panas. Versión nueva cada semana. Tus ideas y las mías se mezclan también como azúcar, café. Qué suerte la mía de escuchar esa nota que inspira mi boca a cantar melodía. Aunque sea por nosotros, suena tan hermoso crear fantasía. Esto es vida, tus ideas y las mías se mezclan también como azúcar, café. Qué suerte la mía, qué suerte la mía. La 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 la. Son para ti, Carla de Puerto Rico.
Brand new, Carla de Puerto Rico, son para ti. You guys need to follow her. Follow her on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever. Search her up, Spotify, you name it. You're gonna find Carla de Puerto Rico. And yo, I remember when Carla, I still got those stickers you sent me. I still got them. Still got them. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to keep playing more Carla de Puerto Rico. As long as you guys are tuning in, Carla de Puerto Rico will definitely be played here on Triple Threat FM Radio because we are the dopest station. We're going to keep it rocking. Here's Glay R with Tú.
Tú lo hiciste tarde para volver a conquistarme, yeah. Tú lo arruinaste con tu ego tan cobarde, yeah. Tú llegaste con tu forma a ilusionarme, yeah. Tú me hiciste daño hasta quebrantarme, yeah. En ti creí y ahí caí y me envolviste en tus mentiras como nadie. Y así fue que me volví la más ingenua por enamorarme así de un simple cobarde. Me arruinaste con quien menos pensé, rompiste la confianza que habíamos forjado como nadie. Yo que te entregué mi corazón entero, después de la sospecha es que yo me entero. No te importa ninguno de mis sentimientos cuando estabas con alguien más. Tú lo hiciste tarde para volver a conquistarme, yeah. Tú lo arruinaste con tu ego tan cobarde, yeah. Tú llegaste con tu forma a ilusionarme, yeah. Tú me hiciste daño hasta quebrantarme, yeah. Luego de tanto sufrir, luego de tanto llorar, al fin yo pude levantarme y decirte que fuiste una parte importante, pero se acabó aquello que había entre nosotros dos. Me levanté y he seguido hacia adelante. Sigo fuerte, soy quien quiero ser. Gracias a ti aprendí a valorarme un poco más.
That was Glay R with Tú. And don't forget, I got two guests on tonight here on Latin Mondays. My first guest will be on at 6:30. That's Just.Jess.NYC. We'll be talking about her fundraiser she is doing this weekend out in Queens, New York, to raise money for Puerto Rico for their relief fund. So make sure you tune in for that. Tell your friends to tune in. You guys who are watching on YouTube, don't forget to download that YouTube, the Triple Threat FM radio app. Download it to your phone, wherever you can download an app, download it. It's free. All you have to do is press play when it starts, and then we get it moving. Then at 7 o'clock, I got Melissa Bonilla is going to be on the show, which I'm going to play one of her songs right now called Ven Devórame Otra Vez with Charlie Cruz. Check it out, y'all.
He llenado mi tiempo vacío de aventuras más. En mi mente ha parido nostalgias por no verte ya.
Y haciendo el amor te he nombrado sin quererlo yo, porque siempre busco lo salvaje de tu sexo amor.
Hasta en sueño he creído tenerte devorándome. Y he mojado mis sábanas blancas llorándote. En mi cama nadie es como tú. No he podido encontrar la mujer que dibuje mi cuerpo en cada rincón. Sobre un pedazo de piel. Devórame otra vez. Ven, devórame otra vez. Ven, castígame con tus deseos más. Que el vigor no vuelve para ti. Ven, devórame otra vez. Ven, devórame otra vez. Que la boca me sabe a tu cuerpo. Desespera mis ganas por ti. amargas, llorándote. En mi cama nadie es como tú, no he podido encontrar la mujer que dibuje mi cuerpo en cada rincón, sin que sobre un pedazo de piel. Ay, ven, devórame otra vez, ven, devórame otra vez, ven, castígame con tus deseos más, y no lo guardé para ti. Ay, ven, devórame otra vez, ven, devórame otra vez, que la boca me sabe a tu cuerpo, que superan mis ganas por ti. Ay, ven, devórame otra vez, devórame otra vez, que la boca me sabe a tu cuerpo, que me muero de ganas por ti. Hace tiempo que mi cuerpo está reclamando en silencio tus momentos de placer. Devórame otra vez, devórame otra vez, ven, castígame con tus deseos más, que amor lo guardé para ti. Ay, ven, devórame otra vez, devórame otra vez, devórame suavecito y con calma hasta el amanecer. Díselo serio. Devórame otra vez. Devórame, devórame otra vez, con las mismas ganas, con esas ganas que tú sentías ayer. Ven, devórame, déjame hacerte sentir eso que te gusta a ti y que me gusta a mí. Así.
I want to give a big shout out to Carla de Puerto Rico, Dave Batista, Cristina Faco, Glow Hive Queen, and Just.Jess, who is also watching on YouTube. She'll be on shortly. All these people are excited to check her out because she wants to be like DJ WonderRican and be dope, which she will be, and she is now. Let's keep it rocking. Here's some Judy Torres, Alejate.
Más sentí en el alma tanto amor y nadie más que tú, mi amor. Por ti reí y lloré, era así también lo que tú pedí por tenerte aquí. Ya sé que despedirnos es mejor, sufriendo pagaré. Quiero que nada sea igual, no tengo que aceptar que hallar la fuerza en mí para este adiós. Aléjate, no puedo más, ya no hay manera de volver el tiempo atrás. Olvídate de mí.
La Enfermera de la Salsa, and you are tuned in to Latin Mondays with my good friend DJ WonderRican. Stay here on Triple Threat FM Radio so you can hear the latest and greatest in my singles. Hope you enjoy. Y no te equivoques, soy Isis, la enfermera de la salsa.
I keep on falling in and out in love with you. Sometimes I love you, sometimes you make me blue. Sometimes I feel good, at times I feel used. Loving you, darling, makes me so confused. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never love someone the way that I love you. I never felt this way. How do you give me so much pleasure? Cause me so much pain. Just when I think I'm taking more than good food, I start falling back in love with you. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never love someone the way that I love you. Oh baby, oh yeah, Este Easy con su bachata. Here we go. Sacude. Oye, así se goza. ¿Con quién? Pues con Easy, la enfermera. Here we go.
Isis La Enfermera with Fallen. What a way to turn a great song into another great song. Turn it into the Latin flavor of bachata. It's dope, but I got a salsa one that they also remade by Mambo Lebron featuring Chrissy Ais. Here's I Miss You. And coming up, Just.Jess.NYC. We got her fans who are tuned in on YouTube.
Thought I heard your voice yesterday. Then I turned around to say that I love you, and I realized that it was just my mind playing tricks on me. It seems colder lately at night, and I try to sleep with the lights on. Every time the phone rings, I pray to God it's you. I just can't believe that we're through. I miss you. There's no other way to say it, and I can't see. I miss you and me. ¿Será que llegó el final? Y que ya no hay marcha atrás, sintiendo tanto amor y tantas cosas lindas. Me niego a creer que no te importe. I miss you. There's no other way to say it, and I can't deny it. I miss you. It's so easy to see. No encuentro forma, lugar ni manera para calmar tanta pena. But if it's over now, be strong. I can't believe that you're gone. Siempre te extrañaré. Estarás en mi mente, siempre presente. Como el tuyo no hay ninguno. Te extrañaré. I miss you, baby. Pa'lante sin freno. Mano de rock. En mi sueño siempre te llevaré. That's what I'm talking about. En cada mañana al despertar, sin sentir tu piel, tus caricias y tus besos, ay, me saben a miel. Sin ti, sin tu amor, no sé lo que voy a hacer. I miss you.
Hit music belongs here on your the number one station.
All right, y'all. My guest is here. She's here. Just.Jess.NYC. That's just JUST .JESS.NYC. I got it wrong on the flyer. My bad.
You're forgiven.
Welcome to Latin Mondays here on Triple Threat, girl.
What's up?
Well, I'm glad you're here because we need to talk. Let us know what you got going on this weekend, because we got a lot of your BFFs in here, family, whatever they are to you. But they would like to know what's going on. School us. Tell us what you got planned for this weekend.
Oh, nothing much. Just a little bit, a little get together with probably 100+ Puerto Ricans, just hanging out in Queens. No, it just came into my heart, and it was something that I put together pretty much last minute last week. And I was like, we have this platform, and, the majority of the people supporting me are from TikTok. So here we are. We have this platform, and I said, let's just do it. Let me just do a fundraiser. I have, the blessing of using my school as the venue, which my boss was like, right away, go ahead and do it. No big deal. Use whatever you need to do. And, do whatever you need to do. So I put it out there, and I got a good response to it. And here we are. So Saturday, October 8th from 12 to 4, we'll be getting together, having a good time, raising funds. And I'll be taking that directly to Puerto Rico myself. That was another crazy thing I decided to do.
So what is the exact location so people can come down?
So,
that would help. That would help.
It would. I'm getting there. You taking me off the show already? It's only been a minute.
No.
You know us Latinas can't stop talking.
True, but they can easily, write everything down, or put it in their phone. However you do it, write it on paper, write it on your phone, put it on your calendar so they know. You got it all right now.
Come on. So
you gonna give them directions how to take the train to there too, the subway?
No, I'm not doing that much, but it's this Saturday, the 8th, from 12 to 4. It's going to be at PS 33, which is the M-Word and Funk School. It's at 9137 222nd Street in Queens Village, New York. So it's literally the borderline of Long Island. We will be there from 12 to 4. There'll be quite a few vendors. A lot of them are Boricua vendors. From 1 to 3, we'll have, there's going to be a lot of meet and greet. Everybody's going to be there hanging out. We're going to have music playing. From 1 to 3, will be our entertainment. Raphael G. He is a Boricua comedian all over TikTok, performing all over. And he is volunteering his time and giving us his time and talent on Saturday. And I would recommend you wear Depends because he's pretty funny. So we'll be there hanging out. The vendors are amazing, have been so supportive, and there's quite a few of them. So, and we have a couple of sponsors as well. So it's going to be a good thing. At the door, it's $20 donation.
Okay. So what else? You going to have food? You got to have food.
So it's going to be co-hosted by another a bigger TikTok creator, which is Brooklyn Body. We met a couple of years ago on TikTok, and his family has been, my family. They've become my family. So his mom is one of the vendors who's gonna have some food. We have another vendor who has homemade flan. Another one that's doing coquito. We have another one that's handmade jewelry. A lot of creative items such as T-shirts, accessories that are Puerto Rican, related, Puerto Rico themed. And so we're also going to have woodwork, custom made Puerto Rico theme there as well, and another artist there. So we're going to be pretty busy Saturday.
So you wasn't clear about, I only heard flan and coquito, but what other foods are going to be?
I don't know what she's making. She's just bringing Puerto Rican food. Mama Body's going to do her thing. So you can't ask a Puerto Rican woman what she's cooking. You're just going to have to eat it, and that's it.
But there's non-Latinos that are watching and listening to the show. They would like to know so they can prepare themselves.
It's going to be good.
You can't just give them whatever. Because some people are picky.
Then they're going to have to be picky somewhere else because our food is just good. So come on.
She's right, y'all. She is right.
Come on.
Correct. Are you going to be live on TikTok doing
I am. I am.
I'm going to be at work watching it, so make sure you send me an invite so I can check it out.
Of course, I'll be live. And we already have so many donations that came in online from a lot of TikTokers that has sent it through Cash App and Venmo, and it's already close to $1,000. So imagine what's going to happen on Saturday, Again, it's $20 at the door. It's just the adults, not if any kids come, it's not for them, they don't have to pay the $20. But there's going to be raffles. So everybody's going to get a free raffle ticket. We're going to have lots of raffle prizes, and I think it'll be a good time. And Saturday night, I head out to Puerto Rico.
That'll work. So besides what we hear on the news, because sometimes they don't even tell the truth. So what kind of damage have you heard that's happened in Puerto Rico?
So there's a lot of towns that were hit, of course, really bad. Some still don't have lights, some have it, some don't. Some have, a lot of flooding, and they need help with that because they've lost pretty much everything. So although I'm going with monetary donations, I have 2 friends of mine that we met on TikTok. One of them is a first responder in Puerto Rico and was hands-on there when the hurricane started. And then they're both retired Marines, and they're going to be with me the 3 days that I'm there pretty much. And we're going to go into the towns. We're going to go and get stuff from local businesses to support the Boricuas that are there. And we're going to go hands-on into these towns, whether they need the monetary donations directly, or if we can provide them something, we're going to do that those 3 days that I'm there. So pretty much just to help out with, if they need something repaired or replaced type of thing. But it's we're gonna head down to the south, which is Jauco, Cabo Rojo, that area first on Sunday. Monday we'll be staying in the north area, and then Tuesday we're gonna try and meet with first responders. And there's 2 organizations that I want to try and meet up with that I reached out to. One is Mi Patria, and another one is, I think, Mark Ministries, and they make food and take it out to the houses and the people themselves directly. And Mi Patria goes and they pretty much go in hands-on and use the all monetary donations. They're not taking anything for themselves, and they're repairing things, bringing mattresses, repairing houses, repairing whatever it is, plumbing, all that stuff. That's what our people need, you know. And it's so that's why I wanted to make it my mission to go directly to Puerto Rico and, you know, give it to them that way, so that we know and everyone who's donating knows exactly where it's going to. So shout out to Rafael and Eli who are going to be with me those 3 days, you know.
So how's the mail situation? People getting their mail, like post office is working down there?
It is, but it's just taking a bit longer. That's why I didn't want to do where I could buy stuff here and send it, but do I really know if it's going to get there? Because I did that with Hurricane Maria, and it took forever to get to them. So my aunt who lives in Jauco, you know, I was able to send her stuff and she distributed to the people in her area, but I couldn't send it anywhere else. So, you know, and then what I did send took forever. And I sent 6 boxes of stuff for Hurricane Maria. And it was medical supplies, school supplies for kids, you know, deodorant, stuff like that, you know, that they could have used. And it took a while to get there. So this way, I was just crazy. And I said, let me just get a plane ticket. And I'm going that night. I think my flight is like at 10:30 at night. Get there at 2:30 in the morning. And then Sunday, we're just going to go off and do our thing. So I'm grateful. I'm nervous, of course, but I want to do right by our people. But I think this was just put on my heart to do it. And I'm going for it, you know.
So can people still donate until you leave on?
Absolutely.
So where can they send the donations to you?
So it's to Cash App or through Venmo. So it's Cash App is, of course, the $ Just.Jess.NYC. And then Venmo is Just.Jess.NYC 33. Okay, and it's on the flyer as well.
All right, so you can also, when you get a chance, if you could put it in the YouTube chat, like when you was on earlier, so they can see it.
Got it. I'm sure Patty and Chrissy are doing that right now.
I'm watching, but no, they ain't put it up yet. They're slacking. I don't know what's wrong with them.
They will.
Better have a talk with your staff.
That's my BFF and cousin. So there you go.
You want to give any shout outs? Because you know,
first of all, did you notice who's behind me? You haven't said anything. I did that purposely.
Listen.
You're ignoring it.
I got a surprise for you right after, so just relax. You know what? I can spoil it now and just tell you.
What?
You know, I was gonna play one of his songs right after we were done talking.
All right, thank you.
You know,
I appreciate it.
I know you get the goosebumps and everything.
Yes, you already know my Mark Anthony addiction. So, no, but definitely a shout out to Brooklyn Body and his family. I'm going to just thank the vendors really quick, which is Noreen, Sam, Melissa, Iverson, Ada, Jen, Anibal, Mama Body, music from my cousin Carlos, who's going to be there playing it. We have, he goes by WonderRican on TikTok, but he sponsored a military table to display in honor of, our Boricua military. That to me touched my heart. Members Only Boxing, which is a Boricua owned and Dominican owned local boxing gym by me. They're going to be there sponsoring it as well. So yeah, listen to all of them and to everybody who's been supporting me already, from TikTok to Instagram to, Facebook, and to you, Ryan. I appreciate you.
Yeah, trying to help you out,
I know.
as much as I can, that's what I try to do. I help out.
No, you did more than try. You did it. So this is a big deal to me.
So check this out. So when do you come back from Puerto Rico?
Too soon. I was even saying today I should change the ticket, but I'll be there getting in 2:30 in the morning, and I come back Tuesday evening. So I'm going to do the best and the most I can while I'm there.
Maybe I should have you on the show next week, like from over there, if you want.
We can do that.
We can do
that. Yeah, because that would be great.
All right. Well, let's see.
And then, you know, I don't want to take pictures of the people because it's just so private, but I will ask them if they want to tell their story. I don't want to take pictures or videos of us handing them out anything, but if they're willing to share their story, I will document that just so you guys can see where all of this is going, you know?
That sounds good.
So, yeah.
Sounds good. Well, hey, I want to thank you for coming on and, you know, spreading the word like you did today. And a lot of people are here watching you on YouTube, and we're live on the Triple Threat app as well. So with that, thank you. And
thank you.
I'm going to play that song for you because it's Mark Anthony.
Yes.
Because you and your Mark Anthony.
And what?
Why don't you just find him and take him out on a date or cook for him or something?
Listen, if I could, I would. I listen, you know Felix. Told him about it. He's busy Saturday, but you know what he said to me? Oh, why did you call Mark Anthony?
Yeah, well, he's got a point. A point.
He was busy. He was busy, you know.
Don't you got a tattoo of Mark Anthony too?
I'm getting one. It's gonna be right here.
I was just kidding.
I'm not kidding though. I'm gonna get one.
All right.
Are you gonna play Vivir Mi Vida? Because that's what I'm getting right here. And it symbolizes me just, you know.
I'm going to play that. You want to introduce it since you already know what time it is?
All right. So what should have been my baby daddy, my man, Mark Anthony, Vivir Mi Vida.
All right. Give it up for Just.Jess.NYC for being on the show. I'll check you out on TikTok.
Yes.
And we'll keep in touch from there. And Glow. Let me see, Glow Hive Queen. She's laughing.
That's my BFF. Yeah.
Your BFF. Then the PR Prince 619. Who else?
Don't know who that is. They got to give names. But yeah.
That's true. That's true. All right. Here's for Mark Anthony. Thank you, Jess, for being on.
Thank you.
I
appreciate you. Yeah.
Vivir mi vida, la, la, la. Eso. Vivir mi vida, la, la, la. Voy a gozar, vivir mi vida. A veces llega la lluvia para limpiar las heridas. A veces solo una gota puede vencer la sequía. ¿Y para qué llorar? ¿Para qué? Si duele una pena, se olvida. ¿Y para qué sufrir? ¿Para qué? Si hacías la vida, hay que vivirla. Vivir mi vida, la, la, la. Voy a gozar, vivir mi vida, la, 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 la. Eso. Voy a vivir el momento para entender el destino. Voy a escuchar el silencio para encontrar el camino. ¿Y para qué llorar? ¿Para qué? Si duele una pena, se olvida. ¿Y para qué sufrir? ¿Para qué? Si duele una pena, se olvida. La, la, la. Opa. Vivir vida, la, 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 la. Voy a reír, voy a gozar. a reír. Oh, siente y baila y goza, que la vida es una sola. Vive, sigue, siempre para adelante, no mires para atrás. ¡Eso! Mi gente, la vida es una. Voy a reír, voy a bailar, vivir mi vida, la. Voy a reír, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida, la.
Yeah, that was Mark Anthony, Vivir mi vida. That is Jess's future baby daddy. You know how it is. So maybe he'll perform for her one day, but she's always going to them concerts. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Big shout out to Jeanette and Brunilda out in Brooklyn, Lena out in Miami, Florida, who is tuned in to the dopest Latin show here on internet radio, Triple Threat FM radio. Let's keep it rocking. Coming up at 7, Melissa Bonilla be on the show. Let's get it, y'all.
En los años 1600, cuando el tirano mandó, las calles de Cartagena, aquella historia vivió. Cuando aquí llegaban esos negreros africanos en cadenas, besaban mi tierra, esclavitud perpetua. Matrimonio africano, esclavos de un español, que les daba muy maltrato y a su negra le pegó. Y fue allí, se reveló el negro guapo como venganza por su amor, y aún se escucha en la verja: no le pegue a mi negra. Oye, ven, no le pegue a la negra, no le pegue a la negra. Oye, ven, no le pegue a la negra, no le pegue a la negra.
TripleJSNRadio.com. Hi, I'm Angie Clinton, and you're in the mix with DJ WonderRican on my favorite station, Triple Threat FM.
Son las 5 de la mañana y él me llama, dice que lo dominan las ganas. Es que estamos obsesionados los dos, todo se va abajo cuando hacemos el amor. Él me pinta toda como este Van Gogh, le doy y lo tengo flechado, un adicto. Él es mi secreto y nadie lo sabe. Lo tengo flechado, un adicto. Le pongo la puerta y él mete la llave. Lo tengo flechado, un adicto. Él es mi secreto y nadie lo sabe. Lo tengo flechado, un adicto. Le pongo la puerta y mete la llave. Me tiré ante la
12 le dice a su pana que yo soy su blog, que lo tengo junto como si fuera un separado. Que aunque mido 5'2", tengo el boti grande. Cuando él se pega conmigo siempre la parte. Pero se callao que ya no se entere, que no formulan cargos como a Rafi Pina. Yo soy quien te domina, te mete por encima. Conmigo está garantizado.
Esta calentura es sobrenatural.
Lo tengo flechado, un adicto. Él es mi secreto y nadie lo sabe. Lo tengo flechado, un adicto. Le pongo la puerta y él mete la llave. Lo tengo flechado, un adicto. Él es mi secreto y nadie lo sabe. Lo tengo flechado, un adicto. Le pongo la puerta y mete la llave. Yo lo subo a la cima y lo bajo. Cuántas veces me lo pilla. Mi cuerpo es su medicina. Yo le canto una dulce melodía. Parte, parte, baby. No deja ni una parte seca en mí. De tanto que lo hacemos es parte de mí. Su calor es un infierno y estoy pecando lately. Dímelo, Sónico. El cirujano de la pose.
Angie K. Kenton featuring Hakubi. Fletchow. You can check out her music video on YouTube. Just search Fletchow. Angie K. Kenton featuring Hakubi. Check it out. Coming up shortly, it's going to be Melissa Bonilla. Here's one of her other tracks, Baby, I Wanna Want You.
Baby, I'ma need you. You're the only one I care enough to hurt about. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just can't live without your love and affection, giving me direction like a guiding light to help me through my darkest hour. Lately I'm praying that you'll always be here staying beside me. Used to be my life is just emotions passing by. Feeling overwhelmed, never really knowing why. Used to be my life is just emotions passing by. Feeling overwhelmed, never really knowing why. Baby, I'ma want you. Baby, I'ma need you. You're the only one I care enough to hurt about. Baby, I'm praying that you'll always be here staying beside me. Used to be my life is just emotions passing
playing only the best music in the world. This is
TripleThreatFMRadio.com.
Yo te di todo mi amor y más. Y tú no reconoces ni lo que es amar. Yo me puse dispuesto a tus pies y tan solo con desprecio me has pagado, pero ahora ve que si una vez dije que te amaba, hoy me arrepiento. Que si una vez dije que te amaba, no sé lo que pensé, estaba loco. Si una vez dije que te amaba y que por ti la vida daba. Si una vez dije que te amaba, no lo vuelvo a hacer. Ese error es cosa de ayer. Chochatero, Félix, Andino. Eso. Suena esa guitarra, Eric. Y yo sé que un día tú volverás y tú de todo te arrepentirás. Y yo me puse dispuesto a tus pies y tan solo con desprecio me has pagado, pero ahora y si una vez dije que te amaba, hoy me arrepiento. Que si una vez dije que te amaba, no sé lo que pensé, estaba loco. Si una vez dije que te amaba y que por ti la vida daba. Si una vez dije que te amaba, no lo vuelvo a hacer. Ese error es cosa de ayer. Que viva Selena, la reina, para siempre. Si una vez dije que te amaba, si una vez dije que te amaba.
That was Felix Andino with Si Alguna Vez remake. It's about Selena for you Selena fans. But I got on the show right now, Melissa Bonilla.
Hey.
Finally, after going crazy back and forth to get this flyer done, that was a big assignment for me.
First of all, thank you for having me on, and
You're welcome.
and especially thank you for being so patient, because I know it's been for over here it's been crazy. Things have just been moving rapid fire, unexpectedly in the best of ways. So thank you so much for being gracious and patient. I appreciate that.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Just thank you for being on the show. You know, that's what counts. That's so, tell me, so when did it all begin for you in the music world?
Oh man, I come from a family of musicians. So first of all, big up to Selena. I have like the whole Selena look right now. So I need, I was gonna put my hair back in a ponytail, but I love her. So this is like her whole look. So I, in homage to her.
Bitty Bum Bum style. Bitty Bum Bum.
Bitty bum bum, bitty bum bum, baby. So yeah, so I come from a family of musicians. My grandfather, I'm Puerto Rican and Colombian. My grandfather was a famous singer with a lot of famous orquestas in Puerto Rico back in like the 50s. And then he came over here. And so that's like really where it's in my blood, right? It's in my roots. And then a bunch of singers in my family. And then for me, it started with piano lessons. So singing was like, nah, you don't need singing lessons. We sing. That's what we do. So I was like, can I get singing lessons? And my family was like, no. God gives you talent. And that's it. They didn't really understand what vocal lessons were at the time. And so I started with piano lessons. And, I had a really, you could say an unsavory childhood. I had a lot of difficulties as a kid. So that kind of like saved me. And I used to, I was like on lockdown as a kid. My mom was really strict Puerto Rican mother. My dad was a strict Colombian father. My mom was a single mother. So she was like, you ain't going nowhere. No boys are gonna touch you, right? so I was just in my house, playing the piano, and that was like my therapy. And then from there, I got like involved in like school and chorus and choir and drama, theater, and then I got into a girl group in my teens. Got exposed to like big labels and stuff. We disbanded. My mother had passed away, so I went through a really difficult time, very sudden. Thank you. And so we wound up disbanding. We all stayed friends. They're like my best of friends today. And and then I went solo, and then a lot of stuff happened from that. So that's really where it started. So since I was a baby.
So you was in a group. What kind of music you guys did?
Oh man, we were like we were a Latin pop group. So that was during the day that was like the Backstreet Boys, and like a few years after that. So they were like, let's do a girl group, but a Latin girl group. We were like way ahead of our time, and then it's crazy because we did a lot of studio stuff, recorded in some big studios, and like we basically heard our music in other Latin pop stars, big Latin pop stars. So that sucks when that happens, but it's always flattering also, because you're like, wait, I'm onto, the stuff is good, right? The people want to steal it. So so it was a Latin pop, Spanglish. We did a lot of Spanglish.
Now I played two of your other songs, your older ones, earlier. I played oh my gosh, I can't think of the name, but I played the one we talked. Would you Devórame otra vez?
Devórame otra vez. Okay.
Yeah. So how'd that song come about to get it together?
So that song, when I was in the girl group, one of the writers and arrangers that we worked with was Michael Anthony Berteau. Big shout out to him. He's the man. He's very quiet today, but he's like totally behind the scenes, and he's amazing. So he had hooked me up with his friend Henry Vargas, and they were like, let's do this management stuff. What I was doing with management at the time wasn't really working. So Henry Vargas, he like basically just opened a lot of doors for me, both of them. So they had opened the door with Sergio George. Sergio George is a huge, if you know anything about salsa, Mark Anthony, La India, and all those cats, like he's behind all of that music. So had an amazing opportunity to work with him. I was like, oh yeah. And then I got in the studio at Sony with Sergio George and Jorge Piloto, which is another huge salsa composer. And so, yeah, and it was an amazing opportunity. So that came out through Sony. It charted on the billboards. I did, some touring with Charlie. We did all like the big shows and stuff like that. So that was like my first experience, like in the limelight, like with Sábado Gigante and like all those shows that was like a dream come true.
That's awesome. Being on Sábado Gigante.
Crazy.
That's dope. That is dope.
Yeah.
So, performing wise, you've been doing shows?
Performing wise, I'm looking to do more shows. So now that's kind of like where we're at. you know, I love to perform. I've been doing shows and doing a lot of like national. So I do a lot of charity, a lot of advocacy. I'm a cancer survivor, so I do a lot of work with the American Cancer Society, and then work through like some government stuff too, just to like raise awareness with different causes and to basically to help raise the Latinos and Hispanics, you know, to give them representation. So I'm involved in a lot of that stuff. So I've been careful about my moves with that. You know, you always want to make sure that, you know, you're moving correctly and making the right decision. So now we're ready to do some shows. So yeah, so between the national anthem, which I feel like I have perfected for myself, because that's a hard one to do. And then shows with my music, my original music, and the songs that I've released. So we're ready to go. So I have one at Copa on Wednesday. So that's gonna be awesome.
Oh, that's cool. They should have you do it at the Super Bowl.
I'm down.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because I did this big event for the police department, the Hispanic Society in New York, and they were like, "You ready to do the world? Like, you ready to go to the stadium?" And I was like, "I've been ready. Like, let's go. We're gonna get you there." I was like, "Okay." They're like, "You ready to perform at the World Series?" I was like, "I'm ready." So you never know. My friend, a good friend of mine, just won an Emmy 2 nights ago, and he came from, you know, like he came from nothing and just literally won an Emmy. So you just, you know, sky's the limit. You never know.
And New York City is where it's at. So you become automatic star. Automatic star.
Yeah. If they accept you there, like if they accept you in certain places of the world, like that's it. So New York's tough because the competition's crazy, but yeah, you gotta have faith in your talent and your grind, and you gotta just keep grinding. So
That's cool. What about the other song, Baby I Want You?
baby, I'ma want you. Yeah, I know that one. Baby, I'ma want you, but I don't know if I want you. No, it's Baby, I'ma Want You. That is a 70s song, 60s or 70s. I believe 70s. It's an amazing 70s song by a group called Bread, which is very familiar. Everyone's familiar with the Bee Gees. So they weren't as big as the Bee Gees, but they were pretty damn big. So that one was with Frankie Cutlass. He produced that song. We worked together, collaborate on that. And yeah, and that was earlier this year. The song came out. It's through CMG, his label, and it's featuring Ivory. So if anyone, I'm Ivory. So I want to just put it out there. That's me. That's the vote. I'm Melissa Bonilla, vocalist in that song. So yeah, so that was also an awesome experience in the sense of because I took a big break from the industry. So getting back in that way was awesome. Getting back into the studio, and like, you know, when you take a break, you're kind of like, damn, I haven't been doing this in a while with collaborating with people. I have my studio, as you can see here, so I do my own thing. I produce as well, and so yeah, and it was cool. It was like, no, this is where I belong. I belong in this. You know, I worked great with his engineer and all the musicians and stuff. So it was really a great foot back in the door.
So what genre are you gonna stick to, being Melissa Bonilla artist?
I mean, I have I'm a multi faceted artist, multi-genre artist, which is, so I'm glad you asked that, because that's typically, back in the day, that was a problem. You know, it's like, no, you have to pick one genre. I don't believe, I'm no Tommy Mottola, but I know that today's very different, you know? So I come from a fusion of music. I come from a fusion of different genres. So I'm a Latina, you know, I speak Finnish, R&B, and then some dance. So I always think doing remixes doing remixes in dance, it's like, that's always what I've wanted to do. I grew up in Long Island, New York. So the dance scene is crazy, right? So it always has been. So I feel like that's and listening to like Mariah Carey's album, you know, she's an R&B pop artist, and if you are a Mariah Carey a real fan, and you have her albums, in every one of her albums there's about 3 to 4 tracks at the end of her albums where she has the dance remixes. So that's always been my vision. So it's just a matter of executing that with the right team.
Now your latest, you got a different bunch of versions with D-Man.
Yes.
So the one I've been playing on the station, I've been playing it since I got it. So I've been playing the Latin Urban Tropical version. So I know when I heard the song, I said, oh, couldn't even think of the song in English and who sang it, but I can't remember. My mind went blank. So who sings this song in English?
That song is by Groove Theory. It's called "Tell Me" in English. It was
That's right.
"Tell me if you want me to." Yeah.
Yeah,
So
when I heard it in Spanish, I said, "Oh man, this is the bomb." I said I gotta play it. And then Henry
everyone,
Vargas,
that
Henry
was
hooked me up
song.
with it. Yeah, so he hooked me up with us. I gotta play this, and then I told him, I gotta get on the show. So I'm glad I was able to get you. So what made you guys work to do this song?
To do that. So ironically, we recorded this song a long time ago, and Michael Anthony Berto. It's like you always go back home, right? So Henry and I took that huge break from tree. We always remained friends. He and myself and Michael as well. And so it's just crazy how things come full circle. So Michael, that was like his brainchild, and Henry was always like, that's why people are like, what made you guys work together again? I'm like, so you always go back home to where it's safe. And for Henry, he always supported, like, really hardcore supported ride or die, like, my artistry, and was always like trying to like show me off, like, no, she plays the piano. Like, he was never trying to like dim my light, he was always trying to like big me up and give me that confidence. Michael too. So Michael at the time, and this is years ago, this is like before like reggaeton. I grew up in the summers, I grew up in Puerto Rico. So reggaeton, I remember my brother was super hip hop. He was a hip hop dude. And you go to Puerto Rico and they would play like Teo Calderon and stuff like that during that time. And I remember my brother being like, what is this? Like, this isn't hip hop, but it was like the thing in Puerto Rico that was huge, right? And it was very underground. So then I started kind of like surfacing more and more in the pop culture, in the Puerto Rican culture, and then started coming here into like the barrios over here in New York. So that when that movement started happening, I remember Michael being like, yo, you need to do some reggaeton. And I was like, reggaeton? I was like, I know reggaeton. I love reggaeton. At that time, it was like awesome. But I was like, no one knows reggaeton. He's like, I'm telling you, we need to do reggaeton. I was like, okay. So Jay Allums was also super, super ahead of his time, worked on that track. And then, because of my R&B roots too, Michael was like, yo, we should. So it was just like this crazy brainchild. Henry was like, let's do it. We translated it, Henry and I, and we did a few versions of it just to see what stuck, and then we did like that club version. That's how it really started, because, that was the time of like Usher and all that club music was R&B,
right?
Right. So then we had that reggaeton version. And so it's just crazy that coming full circle, that of course people love it, because reggaeton is like, now it's worldwide. So it's you see the growth and the evolving of music, and it's fascinating.
That's amazing. So where can people like follow you so they can keep updating when you got new music coming in? If you got merch, where they can follow you?
I'll have merch. I just had a request from some other people about merch. So we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna get that out. Yes, and thank you. It's so my website's www.melissabonillaofficial.com or Melissa Bonilla Official on Instagram. So if you I'm pretty active on Instagram. So and then from there you could see my bio, you can see my website, my link tree everything's there. So Melissa Bonilla Official on Instagram. You guys can follow me there.
That's great. You want to give any shout outs before we play your hit song?
Sure. Definitely to Henry Vargas, because he got my back. I got his back. So thanks. I want to give a shout out to also Michael Anthony Berto, and to George Anthony, because George Anthony, I don't know if you're familiar with George Anthony, but he's been extremely instrumental. And to God, of course. But yeah, those are my shout outs. And to you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Yeah, George Anthony's a great singer. Freestyle. He's a great singer. But yeah, so thank you. If you ever need anything from us, you got new music, send it our way.
I will
all day. But you want to introduce your song so everybody can check it out?
I do. I also want to mention, because I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate it is Breast Cancer Month. So I'm gonna put on the chat. I'm gonna put my Instagram. I'm gonna do some fundraiser. We're raising money for breast cancer. It goes to the American Cancer Society. It's a legit one of the global organization, nonprofit. So women, I'm a huge supporter. So please support that. That's the most important part of my platform, is to share that and to help others and stuff. So thank you guys so much. And you said, what was your question again? What was your question?
Great. So So that's why your album cover for Dime, the single, is in pink. Is that?
Oh
that
yeah,
reason?
mira, tengo bebesota.
Oh.
Yeah, I love pink. And then this is bebesota. So yes.
I have to connect you with DJ Echo because he's big on the breast cancer.
Oh please, yeah, we're doing
Yeah,
amazing.
he does a lot of stuff for it, and he never fails. He's always got something going on. So I'll connect you with him so you guys can touch base and go
That's
from
more.
there.
That's the most. For me, that's the most important. Use this platform to help, and then trust me, I'm in these communities, Hispanics, especially the Black and Hispanic community. It's high. There are higher rates of breast cancer for us. So like we need help. So yes, if you guys want to help, let's do it. Again, I'll put my stuff. DM me. I'm super accessible. Ryan's like, no, you're not, but I am. And so I've just been preparing for this month for breast cancer. So.
No, I hear you. I hear you. So do you have a separate site for the breast cancer?
Yeah,
thing,
it's
or-
I'll put it down because it's through the American Cancer Society, but it's Making Strides. So I'll put it's makingstridesparsippany.com. So that's down because it's like a lot to spell right now. But yes, and I'm a cancer survivor, not a breast cancer, but I'm a survivor. So it's important that we advocate and we help people out, and so that's the idea here.
Well, I want to thank you for being on with all the stress I went through to get you on the show.
That won't happen again, I swear to you.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. But just remember, you got new music, send it our way. We'll play it. We got no problem playing because I know it's like to play music on actual like media, like radio stations. It's like you got to pay to get it played on there. We got you. We don't even charge you. As long as we play it, we're here to support every artist that's got good music. So let's introduce your latest.
So you're about to play Demon, right? So Demon is about to play now. It's the tropical, the Spanglish version. I hope you guys enjoy it. I sang it with all my heart, love. I'm grateful for you guys and for your support. And thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. When you finish listening to this song, buy it. I'm telling you, buy it. It's good to listen at home. There it is.
Entregarte mi amor así. Mi vida se cambió desde que miré en tus ojos y quiero preguntarte algo. Dime qué quieres hacer, ven y ámame porque de ti me enamoré. Quiero amanecer contigo cerca de tu piel. Déjame saber, ven, dime qué quieres hacer.
There you have it, y'all. Melissa Bonilla with Dime. Make sure you cop yourself a copy because it is dope. We big shout out again to Melissa Bonilla. We're going to play some. I got 2 more songs before I go because I got DJ Extraordinaire coming up at 7:30 with some 90s jams. You don't want to miss it. Here's Ana y la Muñeca with Sensorial.
Me salgo del libreto cuando te veo. Trato de controlarlo, pero no puedo. Maldición perfecta, jode con titanio. El feeling fluye súper espontáneo. Yo sé que te gusta, no puedes negarlo. Estemos juntos si es necesario. Sensorial, química brutal. Lo de nosotros otra cosa. Sensorial, déjate llevar. Pásala rico lo que importa. Esta noche fuego. It's undeniable. You see me in your dreams. I know you fantasize about me. I see your energy, the fire in your eyes. Something I don't even wanna fight. Y enrolamos la noche entera. Lo de nosotros cosas serias. Sensorial, química brutal. Lo de nosotros otra cosa. Sensorial, déjate llevar. Pásala